Kenya Dairy Board, narrative version of Citizen Service Delivery Charter for Kenyan Sign Language Adaptation. Introduction. The Kenya Dairy Board, KDB, is a state corporation established in 1958 under the Dairy Industry Act, Cap number 336 of the Laws of Kenya. Our role is to regulate, develop, and promote an efficient dairy industry that meets the expectation of all stakeholders. Our vision is a globally competitive dairy industry, and our mission is to facilitate a sustainable dairy industry that meets stakeholder expectations. In this video, we introduce the services we provide, the standards we uphold, and the timelines we commit to as part of our pledge to deliver quality and reliable public service. Customer Information Services. Information Services. We acknowledge the fact that all citizens have a right to access information. As a result, we shall provide up-to-date information available in a clear and concise manner and appropriate manner for consumption by our customer. We wish to inform you that all communication processes are conducted free of charge. Phone calls made through landlines or any other official lines are responded to within 15 seconds at no cost to the caller. Walk-in clients making inquiries are attended to promptly and receive a response within 1 minute, also free of charge. For written correspondence, such as letters, responses are provided within 5 working days at no cost. Inquiries made through digital platforms, including email and social media channels such as X, formerly Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, are responded to within 1 working day, free of charge. Handling public complaints. We acknowledge your right to complain and are committed to addressing concerns promptly and effectively, ensuring transparency and accountability in our service delivery whilst upholding confidentiality and privacy in all our communication with you. Grievances can be raised freely by any individual wishing to make a complaint. Once a complaint is submitted, it is acknowledged within 1 working day. The resolution of complaints is handled efficiently upon receiving a verbal or written complaint. The process is free of charge, and all complaints are resolved within 14 working days. Response required or information request. We acknowledge your right to access of public information and data. To ensure timely and accurate responses, we kindly request your cooperation and clarity when making inquiries. As part of our commitment to accessible and responsive service delivery, the Kenya Dairy Board guarantees that all requests for information are handled promptly and professionally. When a response or information is required from the Kenya Dairy Board, KDB, clients are expected to cooperate and provide clear details. This service is offered free of charge. For physical visits to KDB offices, clients are attended to within 5 minutes. Emails are acknowledged within 1 working day. Inquiries related to readily available information are responded to within 2 working days. Telephone calls are answered within 3 rings, and for more complex issues, a full response is provided within 2 weeks. Media and industry data requests. We acknowledge every citizen's right to access public information and data. For journalists, researchers, and other stakeholders seeking dairy industry statistics, we provide the requested information within 5 working days, while media inquiries are addressed within 2 working days. To facilitate timely and accurate responses, we require cooperation and clarity when making requests. Procurement Services. KDB is committed to promoting a fair, transparent, and efficient procurement process. Our procurement services cover supplier registration, tender processing, and disposal of obsolete items, all guided by established public procurement regulations. Supplier registration. We welcome individuals and companies interested in doing business with KDB to register as suppliers. Registration of suppliers requires the submission of a duly filled application form along with a comprehensive company profile. Applicants must also provide a certificate of incorporation, registration PIN certificate, a valid tax compliance certificate or exemption, an original bank statement, and a copy of registration with relevant regulatory bodies. Additionally, a non-refundable fee payment receipt, copies of annual return forms filed, copies of annual return forms filed with the company registry, and a valid national ID or passport must be submitted. Once all required documents are received, the application is processed free of charge, and an acknowledgement of receipt is issued within 14 working days. Tender processing. We encourage eligible suppliers to participate in our tendering opportunities, which are conducted in a transparent and accountable manner. All bids must be submitted within the timeline specified in the tender notice. Tender evaluations are completed within 90 working days, and notifications for both successful and unsuccessful bidders are issued within 1 working day after evaluation through our e-procurement portal. Payments for goods and services delivered are processed within 60 days upon receipt of a valid invoice, unless otherwise stated in a signed contract. Participation in the tendering process is entirely free of charge. Disposal of obsolete stores. The KDB advertises the need for disposal of obsolete items. A citizen interested in bidding for obsolete items must submit their bid within 60 days from the day of advertisement at no cost. Policy making. The KDB is committed to continuously reviewing and implementing policies, laws, regulations, strategies, and programs. We encourage public participation in the policy-making process. The public is involved. We encourage public participation in the policy-making process. The public is involved in familiarization with issues and active participation. This process is continuous and free of charge in 10 days within issuance of 14 days notice. Recruitment of staff. The KDB is an equal opportunity employer committed to transparency and fairness. The interested applicants are required to make a formal application based on the advert at no cost within 90 days. Payment of goods and services. KDB ensures timely settlement for all goods and services received. Upon submission of a valid invoice, accompanied by the local purchase order (LPO) and proof of delivery or completion, payments are processed within 60 days. This process is carried out at no cost to the supplier, reflecting our commitment to efficiency and accountability. Dairy regulatory permits and licensing. KDB plays a key role in regulating dairy operations to ensure industry-wide safety, hygiene, and quality compliance. We issue various permits based on the scale and type of operation. Processor permits are available at a fee of 50,000 Kenya shillings for facilities handling above 20,000 litres per day and 25,000 Kenya shillings for those handling below this threshold. Both categories are processed within 7 working days upon meeting all requirements. Additionally, permits for milk bars, mini dairies, dispensers, cottage industries, and cooling plants are issued free of charge and are also processed within 7 working days. Import and export permits. For stakeholders involved in the import or export of dairy products, KDB facilitates the issuance of regulatory permits to ensure compliance with industry and international standards. For imports, applicants are required to pay an annual application fee of 1,000 Kenya shillings, a statutory compliance fee of 100,000 Kenya shillings per year, and a Kentrade fee of 1,000 Kenya shillings per consignment. Import permits are processed within 4 to 7 working days upon fulfillment of all conditions. For exports, Applicants pay an annual fee of 1,000 Kenya shillings, a permit fee of 1,000 Kenya shillings per consignment, and a Kentrade charge of 1,000 Kenya shillings per consignment. Export permits are processed within 2 to 7 working days once all requirements are met. KDB remains committed to supporting compliant and efficient trade in dairy products. Our commitment to excellence. At Kenya Dairy Board, we are committed to courtesy, transparency, efficiency, and excellence. If you ever feel that our services do not meet the standards promised, or if any staff falls short of our values, we encourage you to report such instances. Report to Managing Director, Kenya Dairy Board, New Loresho Estate, Upper Kabete off Wayakiwe, PO Box 30406-00100, Nairobi. Telephone 0722 573 432. Email info@kdb.co.ke. Website www.kdb.go.ke. Or file a complaint with Commission on Administrative Justice, Office of the Ombudsman, 2nd floor, West End Towers, Wayakiwe, PO Box 20414-00200, Nairobi. Toll-free line 0800 221349. Email info@ombudsman.go.ke. Website www.ombudsman.go.ke. Huduma bora ni haki yako.